Every week, I make a video going through people's websites and landing pages, seeing if I can give them advice. If you wish to feature on one of these videos, I'll be as kind as possible, and all you need to do is click the link in the description, and I'll add you to the list. Now, to ensure that I'm not biased, I've actually got Declan, my videographer, to pick these 5 candidates for me. So let's begin with Josh K. Fay. Day job, protect, plan, and grow millions of pounds. Passion, show how you can do it too. Straight away with the bio, first place. I just want to know what you do. Personal finance, are we helping people make money? Are we helping people save money? Are we helping people invest money? I think the fact that I even have to ask that question at this point goes to show maybe that's something we should put here. Now, we don't need to double up on your name. I literally can see it up here. Well done getting your name on Instagram. So instead, maybe a job title, because I've just got your name again and personal finance, which doesn't particularly help. Let's have a listen. Money goals that will change your life. Okay, love a carousel. Probably says a bit too much text here. Let's say I'm scrolling, just discovered your page. Oh, he's done a carousel, gonna have a look. Whoa, that hurts my eyes because I'm old. I'm gonna have to actually squint a bit. One sentence probably per slide would be enough. What I'm looking to do every time I'm on social media is I'm looking for a reason to leave. And by making this a little bit too long, I want to leave. There's a lot of information here. I probably say too much. That could probably be better off in an email automation or some kind of lead magnet. I just want to see a quote that gets me thinking. You know, like that Rich Dad, Poor Dad guy, even though I think a lot of his finance advice has been kind of meticulously torn down. When he says, if you rent a house out, and you live in it, it's a liability because it loses you money, and it's an asset if you don't live in it. You know, that was like a real short snippet that I still remember years on. That's what we're going to look for in finance.
Look, this isn't about earning interest, right? It's not about optimizing your returns. It's about breaking.
I have a feeling this is maybe a clip from a longer form piece of content, but what you're going to understand is the first 3 seconds we are looking to establish what this is about. Really, in the first 5 to 10 seconds, I want to decide whether or not I'm going to watch this.
Look, this isn't about earning interest.
Look, this isn't about earning interest. I don't know what it's about. Now, if this was its very own clip, like I say here, full video now out on YouTube. Credit card debt finance. Again, I don't know how many more times you say this. The CEO of Instagram said that hashtags don't do anything. So stop putting them in your bio.
It's about breaking that really horrible cycle of paying off debt.
Okay, I still don't know what this is about. An issue here is, I get it because I am guilty of this myself, where I clip up long form content, stick it on Instagram, and maybe I don't care that much. However, the beginning of this just doesn't establish what's happening. Now, you've gone to the attempt here of running an A camera and a B camera, which means I've got a camera there and it's like having another camera here. I haven't even gone to that effort for this video. If you care that much about being able to clip your long form content into short form, you should script it and structure it that way that you put 10 short form videos back to back. And in essence, when you do your video, you can then just clip it into those short form pieces of content. And the issue is, because you haven't done that, this just doesn't really make sense. And the way that you said right makes me think it's not scripted and it's freeboard. And like you can see in my last video, I'm all about that. I just don't feel like this is a very strong reel. Your future self is counting on the financial decisions you make today. Bit cheesy, gonna throw it out there. When it comes to really getting people emotionally connected to their finances for thinking about their future, I think we just need to look into things like loss aversion and negativity. And if you really want, like for instance, the majority of people trying to lose fat aren't doing so their future self will thank them. They're doing it so they don't have a fucking heart attack. They're doing it so that they don't collapse chasing their kids around the garden. And sometimes we do need to remind people of that. Do you still want to be renting in your 60s? And it's not a bad thing to use negativity in a bid to motivate people.
You know what's exhausting, right?
Starting a reel with right, we're just not going to get on. Right. What is it Gary Economics says? Listen, yeah, there are some things you just shouldn't say in content because it can damage credibility. Sorry to say it. Darren Cartel, you say get me way too much. You say an amazing sentence, you'll be like, yeah. And the philanthropic nature of his ability to nonchalantly deal with something was the problem. Get me. I'm like, mate, all the amazing stuff you just said, you just killed by saying get me. Anyway, this just isn't working in my mind. So let's say you have a long form content and you bust out a really good YouTube video. Sometimes you just need to sit down and do it again in 60 seconds. So for instance, Declan is going to take a clip now from my Coke Zero video on YouTube that did really well.
Sometimes you just fancy a nice cold can of Coke Zero, and I know that there are some geniuses on the internet that go, just drink water. But what if you don't fancy water and you want something cold and fizzy to quench that thirst that you had, so you find a can of Coke Zero? If you think Diet Coke's better than Coke Zero, you should leave the video now.
And now he's going to find a clip of it when I did it as a short.
Sometimes you feel like a nice can of Coke Zero, and just as you take a sip, your auntie slaps it out of your hand and goes, don't drink that, it'll give you cancer.
When we finished recording that amazing YouTube video, I heard the beep on the camera. I said, right, let's do it now in under 90 seconds. And we did it all in under 90 seconds. And that reel got millions and millions of views, grew by tens of thousands. If what you're saying here, Josh, is so amazing and helpful, you should have done your long format video, looked at your scripts and gone, right, let's make 3 separate reels that can talk to these points. So for that bit, what's the first thing you say here?
So, you know what's exhausting, right? Having 3 different credit cards.
So for that, you should have got your wallet, should have got 3 credit cards out and going, having 3 different credit cards is really exhausting. And let me tell you what you can do to solve it. You've done the setup, you've got the camera, you've got the Shure SM7B, you've got everything you need. Is that even a little Cartier kettle I'm seeing there, blood? I don't think it would have been too difficult for you to just make these short form reels. And props are great. You could just hold them up like the credit card, a bit like this, where I could say, hey, if you want to download the anatomy of a highly efficient sales page so that you can get more conversions on your website or landing page, just click the link in the description. You see, by having that little prop there, I just have that little bit more authority, that I've just gone to that little bit of effort to go down to the store and get that printed in A3. There's a link in the description for that, by the way. That's a little bit of unagi. What I've done there is I've told you something at the same time as plugging my own stuff. You'll get used to that if you're new. Feel like these should have been made to be reels.
All right, it's Friday, and this week
I hate content in the car. I was guilty of doing this in like 2014, 2015. I know that your car is your safe space. It's just incredibly low effort. And I would rather that you're actually holding your phone. When people, I don't know what it is that, I could be completely wrong with this. I don't know what it is about people having their phones in their cars.
All right, it's Friday, and this week a brand new client told me that they had loads of cash stuffed under the mattress.
I hate this, okay? First of all, you've used an annoying noise by saying, right, it's Friday, don't care. This week, a brand new client. There are many ways to do an appeal to authority. There are many ways to show people that you take on clients, but talking about your clients in your setup, because your hook here is, right, it's Friday, probably give that a 1 or a 2 out of 10. But the setup, my client told me, the only thing worse then would have been asking for a follow before getting into the video. And this hand is here because it's ready to give you a slap. I don't give a fuck about your client. I don't give a fuck about if they're new or not. I don't give a fuck about the people you work with. All I give a fuck about is my fucking finances. That's it. And if I'm really brutally honest, at this stage, I don't care about you. However, if you give me 10 to 15 bits of finance information that make me go, fucking hell, I didn't know that, I'm going to really start to like you. The same way that I can say, Damien Talks Money is really fucking good on YouTube because he's helped me think, oh, I never thought of that. Jamie Roach Accountant, Josh Thomas. I'm naming people in the finance space, not because I went looking for them. I discovered them and I thought they were fantastic. Don't talk about your fucking clients. Simple as. So for instance, if you're going to use a client testimonial, which I've done recently, don't say my client, name them, because then it becomes like a story. For instance, I could say, Craig Jackson this week just went viral on YouTube. Craig Jackson just grew to 60,000 followers in the last 3 months. And Craig did it by following these steps. Now, I don't have to say they're my steps. I don't have to say he's my student. I just talk about that person. Because then you might go, well, if Craig's done it, I can do it. But when PT's, my client lost 4 kilograms and basically I got my client to, instead you go, this is Amanda. Now, Amanda lost 4 kilograms and she managed to do it in only 10 weeks. And the best part is she ate cereal every single day. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what you could do to copy what Amanda did and get the same results as Amanda. And it may not even be cereal, but there could be a food that you love that you could eat every day. So let me explain how we did it. Good news is, Josh, this isn't going to be too hard to improve. And I've got you quite early, 77 posts.
Right, so you...
Starting sentences with right, it's got to stop. Like the very first thing you say in a video is important. I'm pretty sure for this one, I said, every week I critique people's content. If you wish to get yours, click the link in the description. Like that's pretty important because we get a lot of people signing up for that. The second you start with right.
That earning more money is the secret to getting rich, right? And it sort of makes sense. More income equals more wealth. But here's the thing that's going to shock you. I have worked with loads and loads and loads of people earning 6 figures and way more who've got less money in the bank.
I think you might need to start scripting using a teleprompter. And I think that if you were to write this, you could do a lot better. And maybe you should pose a question. What if I was to tell you the secret to accruing more wealth wasn't earning more money? What if I was to tell you that there are thousands of people out there that are using these 3 principles, etc.? Now, an issue we're getting here is I'm not sure if it's your hands hitting the table or if you're getting a pop filter not doing its job here. So in essence, that Shure SM7B should be what they call a chakras far out, away from the mic. If you wish to go closer, like a Chris Williamson, you need to get the bigger pop filter that's going to negate or get rid of that. Now, if you're filming this yourself, kudos, great lighting. Love that, bit of Rembrandt, little hair light in the back, lovely. But you should be running your audio through some kind of audio processing. There is a platform called Auphonic, AUPHONIC, that would get rid of the pops. Now for me here, wearing headphones, watching this, it's a problem for me. And what's gonna happen is, I've got really bad ADHD and I'm gonna be concentrating on listening out for the pops. I'm not actually gonna listen to anything that you're saying.
The problem is not about how much you earn, okay? It's what happens to that money once it hits your account.
This will come with repetition. I appreciate you're quite new to this. And like I say, you're talking to camera, you're putting yourself out there, you're doing the reps, you've got the good light and the good audio, you've done so much already. We just need to really clean up what you say. We need to appreciate that if this video is 13 minutes and you could do it in 7, do it in 7. Because what people want is succinct information. And I think that maybe an Elgato prompter, one of these bad boys, and scripting will really help you. Now, I know I talk about him a lot. Ed Lawrence is my sensei. I've learned so much from YouTube from him that I always recommend him. He is a big fan of scripting. I'm a bit more nuanced with my approach to it, but go watch some of his videos. And this video he did recently was very good. But that doesn't mean that you can't buy my stuff as well. Only messing. He does critiques as well. The only reason I mention him so much is, yeah, he's great as well. I'm great. He's great. We're great. Fine. So we just got to work on this a little bit. That's what I'm going to say. We need to think about more strategically what you say in the first few minutes. Think of it this way. On a first date, we make sure we look our best. We make sure we smell good because we are aware that if our first date does not go well, there'll be no more dates. Same with this. If your first 3 to 5 seconds doesn't go well, doesn't matter how big your cock is later in the video. So Josh, thanks for coming. Okay. Obsession car detailing. Let's get a look. Do you know what? I quite like car detailing as a niche. I was like, oh, is it just washing your car? It's like washing your car on steroids. And by the way, if you're a man in the UK and you want to check your bloods, I can hook you up with a blood test through Manual, who I've invested into recently. I'll put a link in the description. Okay, I like these images here. What's that? Porsche 911 992 GT3. What a fantastic car. Okay, problem here. Paint protection, ceramic coating, window tinting. Because of that here, we now have to expand to see the important stuff, like a phone number, how long you've been in business, and when you're open. So I wouldn't mind that being changed. And also, I think let's just delete all this. You're in Canberra, right? So let's just say Canberra's #1 car detailing company or something like that. So the second people land there, they go, oh, I live in Canberra. I'll give this guy a go. Because it's pretty obvious you do a lot of this stuff. Bespoke detailing, window tinting. You could even say then car detailing and window tinting. Yeah, but there's just too much here. And this is what we call above the fold. So I'm having to open the fold to get the really important stuff, which just says there's too much stuff up there. What I'm seeing here is beautiful cars. The problem I'm seeing here is I don't know what they look like before. So a before and after picture is a story of some kind. It becomes a story of a before and after, pretty much. So if we could get this image, maybe front on, we can have the car before and after, you can then tell a story. And the story is, this is what your car looks like before, this is what it looks like after. So just showing the finished product is like just turning up to see the end of a film when they win over the woman and fall in love and go away together. We don't see how bad it was before.
Hey guys, welcome back to Obsession Car Detailing. My name is Saad.
Okay, all of that, we just don't need. Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome, this is Saad. I'm sorry, but don't care. So like, if we think of a car channel like Carwow, hi, it's Matt Watson. Today, we're going to be here with 4 cars. We're going to be doing a drag race over, it's what wins in a drag race between an Audi RS-Q8 Performance, a Lamborghini Urus. Like straight away, the first thing that comes out of his mouth is the hook. What wins? You go, fuck, I'm not even really sure. Well, today, we're going into the setup. We've got an Audi RS-Q8 Performance. We've got a Lamborghini Urus. We've got a BMW M5 competition. We've got this. And we're going to find out which is faster over the standing quarter mile. Now, we've had the hook. We've had the setup. I'm Matt Watson. Welcome to Carwow. Boom. So I then, in a Carwow video, get to know exactly what it's about and what I'm going to get before he mentions who it is. So you could even be like, is PPF really better than a vinyl wrap? Today, we're going to go through stone chips and scrapes on a vinyl wrap versus PPF and understand what is better when it comes to protecting your car. My name's Saad. This is Obsession Car Detailing. So straight away, we've given someone the respect and the opportunity to understand whether or not they want to stay around and watch the video. Then we get into the introduction. We've done this wrong way around.
And another quick video to show
Don't need the music. We just don't need it. We could bring it in a bit of time, but not.
what has been going on this past week. First up, what has been on the M2. Now, this car was in.
I don't know what it looked like before.
Hey guys, welcome back to Obsession Car Detailing. My name is Saad.
You understand that this is I've really got 61 likes on this. It's kind of a bit of a waste of time. So if I've never seen you before and I could come across your page, I just don't know what's happening. And that's what people are doing. They're swiping algorithms. We need to capture their attention.
So the 911 is done, ready to pick up.
Why is there no content of this before?
And the customer asked us to add these really cool black
Brother, get rid of the hashtags.
highlights here. I do believe that you can have the OEM PPF in black from factory.
What's this? This is a GTS or is it a Carrera? 911 Carrera, 911 GTS, whatever. You could have said, have you ever wondered why there is a black plastic sticker here just in front of the wheel arch? Well, this is a 911 GTS Carrera. And the issue is that these cars use very grippy tyres, 911 being one of the best performance cars in the world. And because of that reason, having tyres on this, like Michelin Cup 2s, mean that the tyres can flick stones towards the paintwork, causing damage. So what we've done on this car is 2 things. 1, we've PPF wrapped the entire car. Bring the camera closer. If you can see here, there's an invisible wrap on this that protects the paint. And if you're someone with a Porsche, course, you might have seen this video. Then you cut to Matt Watson fixing that orange GT3 RS that he did when he crashed it at the Nürburgring, and they peeled off the PPF and you realize that the paint underneath is completely untouched. You go, so we've surrounded the car in that. If you're interested in that, there's a link in the description. But second of all, our customer has asked us to put a second layer of PPF here where stones are prone to chip at the paintwork. This usually comes OEM as clear, but we've decided to step it up and do it black. What do you think? Does this look good? Would you do this to your 911? So do you appreciate, no offense, how much boring your version is when like people probably are curious?
Hey guys, Saab with Obsession Car Detailing.
It's got to stop, Sard. It's got to stop.
All right, guys, so we're detailing the interior of this McLaren 720.
All right, guys, so we're detailing the detail. If it's dirty or it's been polished or whatever, get your magic detailing stuff, show me the seat, do a stripe, and I'm going to go, oh my God, look how much better the leather looks now with Sard's just used that bloody cleaning stuff on it. It looks amazing. I'm going to have to book into a local detailer. Bro, give me these cars, give me your expertise, give me the fact that you can wrap PPF and detail cars and do tinting. Brother, I'd have 1 million followers before the end of the year. This is such an interesting thing, bro. I follow like 5 different pages that do wraps. I even did a video on the fact that I'm thinking about investing into a wrap business nearby.
Say something cool?
Damn, what happened, Kai? Did you repaint this?
Nah, bro, just a single step.
Wow.
We got to make this more compatible with everyday people. Brother, do you know why Matt Watson gets millions of people watching his videos? Because people froth over cars. They want to pretend it's theirs. Remember we say everything is a story. When they're seeing these cars, they're imagining one day I'll have that car. I'll get it detailed. Most people don't know what PPF is. Most people don't know what detailing is. Most people don't know how much a vinyl wrap is or what it costs. Most people don't know that you can get a race PPF. Most people don't know. They just don't know. Your job is to make people think, oh, do you know what? I found this company in Canberra. And every time I watch one of their videos, I'm learning. I didn't know. Like, teach me how to apply PPF. Tell me why it takes several days. Show me times it saved a car and the amount of clients you're going to get. Because, bro, you've got these sick cars. What's that? 718 Ferrari? Bro, I want to follow your page, but I just need it. I need it more interesting, please. Yes. And I can imagine you're probably getting a bit of business through this, but not a lot. But if you just change this content up a tiny bit, you're going to get so many more views. And if 1 in 10,000 people are ringing you up to bloody book in a car, you could triple the amount of views in a few weeks. Suddenly you're going to get triple the amount of business. This is worth tens of thousands of dollars to you, bro. Yeah, website's good. You know, you just want people to contact you. By the time they clicked on their website, they're going to be ready at that point anyway. You're going to win them over on socials. Okay, we've got another one here. Key Aesthetics. Nurse-led aesthetic clinic. Enhance your natural beauty, safety and profession. Swindon, Wiltshire. Book your consultation today. Okay, that's pretty good. Where do I book it? Because if I click here, it goes through to Facebook. I would rather... Some people don't have Facebook, right? I just don't. I suppose they could always DM you. Okay, if your name is Susanna Keylock, let's change this to Susanna Keylock and let's change this to Susanna Keylock because I want to feel and get to know Susanna. I want to know what she's like. And even here, your 5-star review isn't about your services, it's about you. I recently visited Susanna. They didn't say I recently visited Key Aesthetics. This is the biggest thing. You need to start representing your brand. And okay, we've got some good before and afters. This is what we like to see. And you know what, Susanna, I would probably like to see you coming forward and representing this a little bit. I'm not mad into the old Botox lip filler stuff personally. But you know, by showcasing some of this stuff, I think also you might need to start playing into doing some reels. So reels are favorited into the algorithm. So you're gonna have to start making some video content. You can still use these photos and you could even be in frame. You could put this behind you and say, as you can see up here, we've got some skin that had some issues. And what we did is we put a bit of Botox and it looks like this. Some people think the Botox is dangerous, give some facts. Some people think it's really expensive, give some facts. Some people say it's really bad, give some facts. If you want to book in, use the link in the bio because none of these are getting shown to explore because you're not making them as reels. So if we could start doing that, that'd be lovely. And maybe let's take some of your results and make it a carousel. If you add some audio to the carousel, it'll probably get shown in the explore feed. Thank you for coming. That's what she said. Freshly baked fightwear. Okay. I don't like this underscore, but anyway. Freshly baked, highly flavored, limited runs, no restocks. Is this got a connotation with smoking weed? Don't know. I like the design. It's pretty cool. Okay. I suppose it's difficult, right? People do make jiu-jitsu clothing. It's a hard industry because people don't need that many rash guards. They last a very long time. The majority of the quality is very good. A lot of jiu-jitsu athletes are poor, so they want like big sponsorship, so it becomes expensive. You think, let's say a jiu-jitsu athlete wants £500 a month and you make £5 a rash guard. You've got to sell 100 rash guards a month just to cover the cost of your flipping athlete. So it's very, very difficult. What I would say is missing here is, what is this brand about? What does Freshly Baked mean? What does it stand for? Are you a charity? Do you do anything? Do you give back? Why? Okay, this is the just question I pose you. Why should I buy your shit and not someone else's? I would like you to comment that below the video, please. Next. Okay, drink Amavoy. Let's get into it. Let's go. Right, we've got a conflict of interests. If it ain't Newtonic, we ain't talking about it. Okay, Amavoy Drinks Company. Bold Botanicals, made in the UK. I quite like that, if I'm honest. Okay, we're going to see... Can you shut the fuck up whistling? I've got 2 more minutes of this video. You're pissing me off. Got a mate staring at me. Just think fucking whistling his way. All right, I like the design of this can. Tarragon and mint. I like that. Bit of guerrilla marketing. Okay, so the one thing that I'd want to know from this, like we have the similar kind of things with Newtonic is, people want to know, where does this fit in? Do I mix it with gin? Do I have it in the morning? What does it do for me? Does it have caffeine in it? Like, what's the purpose of this drink? Is it to just be refreshing? Like, I've got a lot of questions. So like the can, Botanical Citrus Sparkle. What does botanical mean? It comes from plants? Is it, I would love for this to say like soda, seltzer, energy drink, productivity drink, probiotic. Is it a probiotic? Because then you can move into that realm with like poppy. Yeah, I'm struggling to understand what this is. Bold Botanicals. Like, I'm pretty sure with Newtonic, we say the world's #1 productivity drink. Yeah, so it's like world's #1 productivity drink. Oh, cool, this drink will make me productive. Research-backed ingredients. Oh, cool, improve your focus and attention, available on Amazon. So we're just missing a bit of that, if I'm honest. Let's see if your website has it. Oh, this looks great, mate. Look, the fucking can looks amazing. I like the colors. I like this layout. Bro, I tell you what, you really don't need the highly effective anatomy of a sales page. You don't need that link in the description, because this looks great. Like sparkling blend brews plants, a herbal freshness. Okay, freshness. So like, are we looking at hydration? I want to know the purpose of the drink a little bit more. I want to try it. If you're happy to send me some, email me, james@newtonic.com. I'm going to be home in the UK next week and I would love to try it. Yeah, that's what I feel is missing with this. What's your why? What does it do, brother? I'm excited to try it. If you want to feature in one of these videos and get some brutally honest feedback, that link's going to be there in the description. I'm going to have another link for the anatomy of a highly efficient sales page. And the third link will be as if you want to work with me. As you can see here, I've been pretty on it today. We have threads of all different people working with each other. Even here, we're going through some trial reels. This is where people can kind of share their wins of progress they're making with them, whether they've changed some of that. As you can see, I'm very active in helping people get new leads, retain new clients, whatever it is. So once this video goes off to Declan for the edit, I'm going to spend the rest of my afternoon here helping people. If you found this video helpful, click the link in the description. And if you don't want to click any of the links in the description, fear not. The boffins at YouTube have recommended this video here, and they reckon you're going to love it. If you enjoyed this one, you'll love this one. Bye-bye.